Okay, welcome back to 16.1 part 2. We're going to look at some more log properties today. And we're going to start out with some comparisons kind of like we did yesterday. And so the first one we're doing is log base 12 of 144 and subtract log base 12 of 1. So remember that, of course, means 12 to the x equals 144. And so that means x is 2. And then 12 to some power equals 1. And so that power is going to be 0. And 2 minus 0 equals 2. And then if I look at the other one, I have log base 12 of 144. And so that's 12 to the x equals 144. And so x is 2. And again, these are the same. Okay? So oh my gosh, I'm so sorry for my children making noise in the background. Okay, so another one, log base 3 of 9 minus log base 3 of 27. So we're going 3 to the x equals 9, because remember, of course, the answer to a log is an exponent. And then 3 to some power is 27. So the first one, 3 squared, so x will be 2. 3 cubed, so n will be 3. And I have 2 minus 3 equals negative 1. Okay, when I look at the other problem, log base 3 of 1/3, oddly enough, 9 divided by 27 is 1/3, gives me 3 to the x is 1/3. Remember that if you start with a whole number and it turns into a fraction, you know that that power must be negative. And then 3 doesn't change the value, and so this is going to be negative 1, and magically, look, they match. Okay, and then so log of 500 log minus log of 5. So just as a reminder, if it says log with no power down here, this really means log base 10 of 500. So this is saying 10 to what power is 500, and 10 to what power is 5. I don't know what those are off the top of my head. You probably don't either. So you might be saying to yourself, can't I just plug log 500 into my calculator? You could. And if you did, you would get something like 2.69897. And then if you did log of 5 in your calculator, you would get 0.69897. And when you subtract those, it equals 2. And then the second one, yeah, you could plug that in your calculator, but I can do it faster in my head probably than I can put it into my calculator, because 10 to what power gives me 100, and it's going to be 2. Okay, and that is the basis for what we're looking at today, which is the quotient property rule. And basically, this just says the same thing as the exponents. If you're dividing, it's the same as if you subtract the logs. One thing, do be careful, because this over this is not the same. We're not doing this. It's the numbers over each other. And so this will probably make a little more sense as we do the examples. But so in other words, instead of subtracting, I can do log base 2. I only write it once, of 112 divided by 7. In other words, log base 2 of 16. And that, of course, then means 2 to what number is 16? And x is 4. Okay, on my second one, log base 11, again, I write that once, of 2 over 22 is the same as log base 11 of 1 over 11. So in other words, 11 to what power is 1 over 11, and x is going to be -1. Okay, last one, a little bit trickier. You got 3 parts. We're going to just go in order. And so we've got log base 5 of x, whoops, I wrote 5. Let me erase that. Of x divided by y plus log base 5 of z. And then I can do this even more, because remember from yesterday's rule, when I'm adding, I really just multiply. So log base 5 of x times z over y. And we have it. We can't simplify that guy anymore. Okay, so now that we've looked at those, go ahead, that same practice worksheet, we're going to do numbers 13 to 24. And check back in tomorrow for some more log fun. And I cannot wait, but one of these days I will be teaching you the secret of the universe. Okay, see you guys soon.